Hi guys, it's Steven with iFoundAgent, and I'm very excited to cover a new feature to our plugin, which is something we've talked about for quite some time. When we got the new plugin rolled out, we knew it would be one of the first features that we'd be working towards, and here it is. So the feature I'm talking about today is sending instant updates over to your clients with an MLS search. So we've always been able to send searches over to our clients via the website and send listings to them. Um, but um, where we fell short in comparison to using your MLS is that the system up until now couldn't send instant updates whenever a new property became available on a search. So, and again, that's a new feature that we now have. So again, very excited here to cover this with you today. And I want to show you how this works. So I'm just going to do a quick run through of the campaign builder. And I'm also going to show you how to enable this for any past campaigns. So I'm going to jump over to Campaign Builder and just dive right into it. We have other training videos on how to use the Campaign Builder, so I'm not going to cover everything there. I'm just going to dive right into it. So we got our contact. Do I have any demo contacts in here? Yes, I do. Perfect. We would just do a search, maybe for a subdivision. Um, let's see here. Subdivision. Let's do. Um, Brooklyn Creek. I live on the west side of town, so that's me. Oh, that's why my fields are out of order. It's because I was I was under the rentals instead of residential. Okay, perfect. So subdivision, we're going to creek. I'm going to just do that. Then I'm going to do active homes only, and let's do days on market. Just anything within the last 30 days. So if I have view search results, there's only 13 properties that come up with this search. So the premise here, guys, is that this search kind of enables we could always send listings to clients, and some of those clients may be buyers, some of them may be sellers. But now that we have this feature where instant updates can come through, if you have somebody that's chomping at the bit and wants to know about a new property that's hitting the market or an update to anything for a search that they're looking for, this is sending updates, so it enables us to use this for that buyer that's just chomping at the bit. So in this premise, I'm just kind of pretending that somebody's looking. I have a buyer. If I were an agent, right, then I had a buyer that's looking to purchase a home in the Wigwam Creek area. Um, they've seen all the inventory. They just really want to know what's new, what's fresh, what's going on over there. And um, since this is a fine-tuned search, I know that if there is an instant update, it's going to send over to that client, and they're going to be Johnny on the spot and want to look at that new information. So this search only has 13 properties. I think that's a good candidate, right? You don't want your search too wide, because if you have thousands of search results in here, that means somebody's going to get an email way too often, and you're going to really annoy somebody, and um, so we don't want to do that. So try to use your best judgment there, and be careful. Make sure to use this View Search Results button so you can kind of decide which whether your search is accurate or fine-tuned enough. So that gives you the idea. So campaign title, right? New listings and new listings. So I'm going to do my campaign title. This is what my client will see when they click on the listing. I'm going to go ahead and click this create blog search with this post, and might as well, right? Um, I'm not sure if you guys saw this is another new feature where you can add more to the blog post. long pause of silence while I just kind of throw some information in here. Don't really have a good. Oh, this is a nice one. So just put a picture in there. That way my blog post looks nice. Um, okay, so here's where things kind of come into play. So you're going to set up your recurring. So again, we want to send this on a recurring basis. Again, pretending that this is for a buyer looking in this area. Since this buyer is really chomping at the bit, already qualified, knows exactly what they want, got the search fine-tuned down or pretty close to. They just really need to know what's happening. I'm going to want to send this email to them. I'm going to say once a week. I mean, you could even bring this down to every 3 days if you wanted to. And but I'm going to do once a week. And this is more or less going to be a backstop to the instant updates that are kind of going to come through at any other time. So if no updates happen in that time period, this client, right, this buyer of mine, is going to get an update saying, hey, come check out the search I made you. Make sure you're still aware of what's going on. What time of day do you want to send this out? Um, I could say now. I'm recording this video a little later. It's at night, so it's 7:36 p.m. But maybe you wanted these emails to go out around 10 a.m. At any given time. I'm just going to do send now, just so you can see it. What day? I'm going to start there. End date. I don't really have an end date. A lot of times I leave this blank, but because I know that this buyer is going to be buying within the next, let's say, 3 months. I don't really want this campaign going on forever. I don't want to have to remember to turn it off. So, it's December now, so maybe I'm going to just turn this off in March. If I know that this person's going to buy sometime in March. I can always come and cancel it earlier, but if I forget, at least it'll be off then. Okay, so right here, here's where the magic happens, this button. Include instant updates. Check the box. And it'll send an email instantly when a new listing, price change, or status update is available. So our system, to get a little technical, is just saying, okay, let's look at all the homes that we have on the search. What's the most recently updated home? And, it's going to check to see if there was any other or any more recent update than what we recognize. So this update is actually a field that you don't really see, but the MLS gives us access to. It just tells us when a listing was most recently modified. It gives us a timestamp, so we're kind of comparing with that. And the reason why I'm kind of going into this detail is because it's important for you to know. We don't know what update happened where. Our system may be developed in the future to look at that, but for now, we're just saying, hey, is there more fresh information than what I've looked at last time? That's what we're asking the question of. So that timestamp update can happen for any reason. If somebody's just updated the remarks, the obvious reasons are, listing change, status change, price change. Um, but it could be updated for other reasons as well, I guess is what I want to point out. So we don't know what the change was. We just know, hey, there's been a change. Bam, your client needs to get an update. And when they get an update, they're going to get a copy of the link sent to them. That link's going to bring them back to the search you created, and the most recently updated property shows up first. So they're going to be, right in front of their face. That first home is going to say, hey, come look at me. This is what's going on. And they're going to notice, hey, last time this other property was first, but now I see this one's moved first. Let's take a look and let's examine it. So that's how we've set it up. Again, sorry to get a little more technical, but then that's how it works. So if you would just go through the campaign builder in a normal fashion, but down here in scheduling, you would just come in here and say, hey, include the instant updates on this search. So this is a great thing to use with your buyers, for anybody that's really trying to keep an eye on the market like a hawk. With most MLSs, we're syncing with the MLS information no more than one every hour. Most of them, it's a half hour or less. So MLS is every 30 minutes we're checking. Um, so, if you use a very broad search, or too broad of a search, your client could get an email every half hour. So again, you want to make sure that your search is fine-tuned. This is probably not the best thing to include if you have a past client or a homeowner that is just kind of keeping an eye on market values and what's happening in their area. Um, After, if they're not interested in transacting anytime soon, they probably don't need instant updates. So just use your best judgment on that. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you guys is, let's say you've already set up a campaign for your clients, and it was for a buyer, and your buyer would really benefit from having instant updates. There is a way to add instant updates to a current campaign that's already in the system. So I'm going to just not save this because I'm done here. So if you haven't already seen this in other training videos that I have, you can take a look at current campaigns by going into your contact. And let me see, I think I have a campaign here for my demo contact. So here's a campaign for Vista Views right here. And, oh, I think I turned that one off, so that's probably not. Okay. Okay, here's the campaign that I'm going to take a look at right here. So this is one I created like on December 19th. So let's say on this campaign I wanted to provide instant updates. I could go in, if I needed to, on the campaigns, remember if I click on the link of the title, that'll take me over to the search page that shows me the results, and I can update the search. We cover that in another area. In another video on our knowledge base. But if I want to edit the details of the campaign, like as far as what's emailed, when it's emailed, and the scheduling, you can do that here. So you'd click this Edit Details button. Okay, and then if you want to include instant updates on this search, on this campaign, you would go over to the right and you would add the instant update as a type to it. Okay, and then you would hit this update button, and there it is. So if you know you have a contact that has a campaign that would like to receive instant updates, you can go into contacts, open them up, go down to the campaign, hit that edit details button, and then over here on the right hand side you can see there's instant update as one of the types. As long as that's checked and you hit update, then it'll start happening. So I'm going to turn this off right now, and because I don't actually need it. And then another thing to point out here, guys, is if you're not sure what campaigns you've created for people, maybe you have quite a few out there, you can always go into your CRM area and go to Saved Campaigns, and then it'll show you all the saved campaigns that are on your system. Some of these will just be a property address where people saved a home and they're going to get alerts if anything changed with that home automatically, but other ones aren't. Other ones are going to be like a market update. You can see, so here's this one for this person. I can go in here and edit it for my client, and this person I know wants to receive instant update, so I would go ahead and click edit. And then the same thing, we'll go over here and just choose instant update. So that's how you would add it to a current campaign. Alright guys, well I hope you're as excited as me for this new feature. If you have more questions or needs, email support@ifoundagent.com, or always check out our knowledge base, ifoundagent.com/knowledge base, for more videos and how-tos. Alright, thanks for watching.